This pig started a war between two of the world's most powerful empires over one dead pig. And somehow, nobody died. The San Juan Islands, a beautiful archipelago between what's now Washington State and Canada. But back then, the Americans said firmly, "It's ours. The Treaty of Oregon gave it to us." The British said, disagreeing, No, the treaty was unclear. It's ours. So both sides just lived there. American farmers, British fur traders, getting along just fine until June 15th, 1859. One shot. One dead pig. And suddenly, the British wanted justice. The British threatened to arrest him, and that's when things got insane. Americans say, touch him, and it's war. And then, General William Harney hears about this. Harney, known for being, let's say, trigger-happy. His solution, he sends 66 American soldiers to San Juan Island, with orders to, and I quote, protect American citizens at all costs. The British see American troops, and they respond. 5 warships, 2,140 soldiers, 70 cannons, all pointed at 66 Americans. The Americans are outnumbered 32-1. But here's where it gets insane. British Admiral Baines looks at this situation and says, "Are we really going to start a war over a pig?" And everyone just stares at each other. No shots fired, no punches thrown. Just two armies having the world's most awkward staring contest. Now you might be thinking, this is stupid. Why didn't they just go home? Because San Juan Island isn't just about a pig. Whoever owns this island controls trade routes worth millions. Access to the Pacific. Britain and America had been fighting over this border for decades. The Treaty of 1846 was supposed to fix it, but the wording was vague. Let's talk about the men caught in the middle. Lyman Cutler just wanted to grow potatoes in peace. Now he's the reason two empires might go to war. Charles Griffin lost his pig, then his sheep started disappearing, then his sanity. He's demanding $100 in compensation. Back on the island, tensions are boiling. August 1859. Both sides are fortified. Cannons loaded. One mistake. One nervous soldier. One misunderstood order. And the entire Pacific Northwest explodes into war. And then, Washington, D.C. finally notices. President Buchanan sends General Winfield Scott, the most decorated general in American history, to fix this mess. Scott arrives, looks at the British fleet, looks at the American camp, looks at everyone, and probably thinks, I fought in 3 wars for this? He sits down with British Admiral Baines, 2 professionals, 2 men who've actually seen real war. And they agree, this is insane. October 1859. 2 camps, 1 island. British on one side, Americans on the other. Both wait. No one fires. This becomes the solution for the next 12 years. British soldiers and American soldiers living on the same island, celebrating each other's holidays, sharing supplies, becoming friends. 1872. 13 years after the pig died, the border dispute finally goes to international arbitration. The arbitrator? Kaiser Wilhelm I of Germany. A guy who has absolutely nothing to do with any of this. He studies the case for months, reviews the treaties, the geography, the arguments, and his decision? The island goes to America. The British leave peacefully. No shots fired, no lives lost. The only casualty in the entire pig war? Here's what makes this story incredible. 2 empires, thousands of soldiers, warships, cannons, all the ingredients for disaster. But cooler heads prevailed. Baines refused to fire. Scott chose diplomacy. Both sides chose patience over pride. Today, San Juan Island is a national historical park. You can visit both camps, walk the same ground where 2 nations almost collided. But here's the question nobody asks. What if Scott hadn't shown up? What if Harney got his way? That's a story for another time. But if you want to see that alternate history breakdown, hit subscribe.